Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is Haji Daily. You can also watch us on Facebook at Hornstream, on Facebook and Hornstream Media. Thank you for joining me this morning. What's going on and what is going on around the world? I got some few things I want to share. First of all, I got a bad news last night from Garissa County. The local open markets in Garissa County caught fire, and there was a lot of loss of properties in that market. That market in Garissa County has a very long history, and it's a huge support network. Not only that, it's a huge. It has a huge important. It has an importance in the Somali Garissa community as well. It is where a lot of women own small businesses. So for me to see and witness what happened last night in regards to that fire, it's disheartening and very disappointing. We need to do better, we need to do more, and we need to support some of those women that have lost their businesses, their small businesses in that community in Garissa County. With that said, I hope that I can start a little bit something for that support here in Minneapolis, and hopefully we can have some more supporters coming in and helping that community affected by that open air market, as they call it, Suuq Mugdi in Garissa County. So we support you, Garissa. We stand with Garissa, and those are our people, and I'm here for them. And I hope that hopefully we can support each other and try and get them back where they were before. I want to talk about some few things today, which is again something else that is very disappointing, and that is, as you all know, there is an ongoing election in Kenya, and so many counties have elections, including Nairobi, which is the biggest city, the most cosmopolitan city. And with huge, big diversity. Everybody, I can essentially call Nairobi home. But I just, I kind of, my attention was brought forward by a video that I saw circulating in the community, in most of other community forums, and that video is by one of governor candidates for Nairobi County, Mr. Igathe, and describing the Somali community in Kenya, or in Nairobi, that is, or the business community, describing the Somali business community in Nairobi with such blanket, stereotypical words that you will use, especially when you know that a community that has come so far as working very hard and being part of established business communities. And so for someone who's running for governor in Nairobi to even say something like this, I think it's very disappointing, and especially someone that was up and coming, but now it looks like he's going to lose a lot of support for saying what he said. Yes, there's a problem. Yes, there's corruption. There's all these things do happen. They're there, but it's his description. It looks like the corruption is exclusive to the Somali business community. Which is very unfortunate thing to say, and I don't agree with him. But here, I want you to take a look at this, and I want you to make your own decision about this, and I want you to hear what he said. How do you feel about it? How do you feel? How do you feel? I want to share this video so you and I can have an honest conversation about it. But here is Igathe speaking to a group, and here is what he said.
That's a fact. There is a cover. The capture is too serious. Even yesterday, they were doing things that are completely illegal and illicit. As late as of yesterday. Now you wonder, my tribesmen, this money, what are we going to do with it? The political culture of the Kikuyu used to be lion-hearted. It has now become vulturistic and hyenaistic. The lion only eats the animal. It's a predator. But we are killing one another. We are tearing at one another. We have a few people who have become way too greedy. If you go to the county now, the invoices being paid are being paid to few people of one community. Salaries are not even being paid. The Nairobi city worker is the most demotivated. Let me tell you, in answering your MCA question, I am taking over a county with debts of 85 billion shillings. When Sonko and I took over, we had 58 billion debt. I don't know how it has hit 85 billion. We don't have a fixed asset register. Nairobi city is not a going concern. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot give this job to somebody without the competence to get it done. I will deal with MCS politically. I told you the political parties are the shareholders of politics. That was a loaded statement.
That is, as you can clearly hear what Igathe is saying from his opening statements, specifically calling out Somali, the word Somali, control, speaking positively of one community and saying something negative of the other community, describing one community as being brave before and now, alluding to some weaknesses. This is all about, who's raising, hey, the language that is being spoken here is the kind of language that you probably hear in Rwanda a long time before the war, before the genocide. These are the kind of words that are used to portray or show negatively some communities that have come to this country and worked. I mean, not come, but have a part of this country. But portrayed this way. And this is someone who is seeking the leadership of Nairobi County, wants to be the governor of Nairobi County. I am very disappointed. I'm very disappointed. If somebody is not going to say it, I am going to say it. Igathe, I'm very disappointed in you for using the word Somali. You can describe the cartel. There's so many cartels. Why are you specific on Somali? The word Somali. My problem is the word Somali. Anything else there you said, could have been framed better, but the framing and the use of the language is, I think, unprofessional for me, the way I see it, and it's not in a position of leadership. You should have said and made it clear that you're going to fight the cartel, you're going to fight the corruption, you're going to fight and compromise. The word compromise, that's leadership, not fight. So for me, I'm very disappointed in Igathe in trying to tarnish the name of a whole voting block in Nairobi County. As you know, the Muslim vote is huge in Nairobi County, and it can make a difference. And so for someone like Igathe, who's running for governor, to even use those words, I think they're very hurtful. Let's move on to what I want to talk about next. And that is the fire. There was, like I said in the opening statement, I talked about the fire in Suuq Mugdi in Garissa County. And they need support. So I need your support. I'm going to be, hopefully I'm in consultation with other leaders here in Minneapolis, and hopefully I can post some sort of GoFundMe account so we can support those families. Suuq Mugdi has a long history. My mother, my single mother, raised me while she had a small space in this Suuq Mugdi, this open market in Garissa County. And so they used to bring a lot of goods into this market, and this was a support system for my mother. She used this market to be able to raise us. So it holds a very it holds an important place for me, because I can relate to the mothers and the sisters and the daughters and everyone else that own a shop in Garissa that are running a shop that are dependent on this Suuq Mugdi or this open market that I know of. And so for me, it is a special place. It's very important for Garissa town as well. As you know, this is a very well known space. The community is supportive of that space. They are very much aware of that space. So for all of us coming from there, it's time we stood up and supported uh, these women that own shops, these women that run a business, these women that are raising money or raising school fees or even raising funds by having a business, a small space in Suuq Mugdi. So it's time for us that we stood together and supported them. Whoever comes up with any initiative to support them, it's a good way to start. People will try and politicize the banning and the Suuq Mugdi. Politicians will try to take advantage of that, of the situation. And same politicians that have been in leadership, these same politicians that have been leadership for many, many years, will come now and say, "Oh, is his fault? Is his fault? Is his fault?" But the responsibility of that space is in all our hands, not only on politicians, but any person from Garissa County that calls Garissa home. That is their space. That is our responsibility. And so now, what do we do moving forward? How do we fix this problem? How do we fix? Because every election year, you see the same fire happening every year, every 4 years, every 5 years. There's an election. That market is always on fire. What is going on? So is someone trying to score a political goal by initiating or doing things like this? But right now, I think what is important is what can we do? How can we make sure, one, that fire doesn't happen again? Two, how can we rebuild and support those businesses that have encountered a lot of losses, financial losses? How do we help them? How do we support them get back on their feet? That's all I wanted to share. The short show today. Hopefully, I can share more. But look out the Igathe video. I don't agree with the Igathe, and I think he should apologize. He should apologize to the Muslim Somali community of Kenya, and also more so in Nairobi. You cannot blame a whole community and using powerful like Somali. Use individual, call them out. You know them. You know those people that are influencing the MCA. You know those people who are influencing behind the cartels. Call them by name. That is better than saying Somali. So don't feed into this stereotype about the Somali community in Kenya. This has been going on. Excuse me. This has been going on for far too long. The other day I was on this show talking about the same stereotype by one guy on Twitter, and I'm calling out Governor candidate Igathe to come forward and apologize to the Somali and Muslim community. There are a huge voting bloc. We will be out there. We will be speaking on this. Hopefully, he can come to terms and apologize to the Muslim community, can come up and apologize to the Somali community in Nairobi County. This is Yusuf Haji, man. Thank you all for joining me. It's morning time for me in the US, and I'm sure it's about evening time in Nairobi for you all. I got some exciting things that will be happening. Hopefully, I will be having a couple of interviews that will be happening here on Twitter, Facebook, and as well as YouTube. And we can continue having this great conversation on where we want to go, what the future will be like for all of us. This is Yusuf Haji at the Haji Daily. Thank you for joining me. Until again, hopefully tomorrow about the same time. Take care and goodbye.